All right. We're on X. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. Let me just pull up the charts. We're going to pull up the charts, and we're going to be talking about ADTX. All right, here we go. Is YouTube on? Okay, I think everybody's on. Okay. Okay, guys, here's what's going on. ADTX, ADTX, put this stock on your watch list. If you do not have it on your watch list yet, ADTX, ADTX should be on your watch list. Why is that? Because this stock is ready to double. It's at $1.22 as we speak. My short-term target on it is $2.50. $2.50 short-term target. That could happen the next day or so. And again, we're breaking out on the 1-hour chart, so we have escape velocity right now. I'm going to show the charts every time we have this. This is what I call a high probability setup. And I was telling again, we have a program called Early Alerts. So people who subscribe to our private Telegram channel, that is where we give them the early alerts, the trading signals. And yesterday I was telling them at 90 cents, we have capitulation. Yesterday was the capitulation day in ADTX. Everybody gave up. And that's when the stock starts running. And this is what's going on right now. Now, long-term target on ADTX, $12 to $15. That's right. ADTX, the target on ADTX is $12 to $15 over the next 6 months. Now, why is it going to happen? Let me give it. Okay, first of all, you guys should definitely check out the CEO interview that we have up on our YouTube channel. If you're on TikTok, click the link in the bio for the Wall Street Reporter channel on YouTube. The CEO of ADTX, his name is Amro Albana, the CEO. Here, there's multiple shots on goal with ADTX. They got multiple catalysts in place for what could make this a 10-bagger stock. One of them, just one of them, which we were discussing yesterday, is the spin out, the IPO of Pure Santa. That's their cancer diagnostics business. I mean, they're addressing a $100 billion market. That's right. The market for cancer diagnostics is over $100 billion. You don't believe me? You Google it. That's right. You Google it. You go on Google, check it out. $100 billion market. And these guys have what could be an absolute game changer, using mitochondrial DNA analysis. Okay? And guess what? So here's what makes this thing special. And I'll explain to you why this thing could be a 10-bagger in a number of weeks. What makes it special, you get earlier detection. This mitochondrial DNA allows for earlier cancer detection, which is obviously a big deal. You want to catch it early instead of too late. You want to get it early, right? So this is going to change this is going to save people's lives. But as far as the insurance companies are concerned, because that's really what matters at the end of the day, everything is about the money for the insurance companies. So the insurance companies will love it because it'll save them money. They'd rather catch this thing early than having to spend, millions of dollars, trying to cure something, right? By the way, guys, click the hearts button, so we get more eyeballs on the stream. Click the hearts, like button, whatever it is, so we get more people watching. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, okay, we got Tome in the house. Tome, hello. Okay, we're going to be talking about ADTX charts. Guys, click the upvote. If you're on YouTube, click the upvote, thumbs up, whatever. $1.30 close. Very possible. But first, let me kind of give you the setup of why this could be worth $12 to $15. $1.30 is okay, but we're here for 10 baggers. That's right. I mean, I literally wrote the book on 10-bagger stocks, giving you the proven system. I've given you guys more 10-baggers than probably anybody on the planet. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. You Google it. Link in the bio if you want to get the book. You want to get all that info. And if you're on YouTube, link in the bio below or the video description. Now, here's the deal. We're not here for $1.30. Though Tome's saying $1.30. I'm looking for $13, okay, $15, $20. And here's how it can happen. Again, they got multiple catalysts, multiple shots on goal. We're going to be talking about one of them, which is, okay, he's reading the book, all right, 10-bagger blueprint. So number one is the first one up is, by the way, what does ADTX do? What's their business? The business is they look for promising healthcare assets, innovative healthcare assets, which they can acquire opportunistically. They buy them, they build them up, and then they monetize it by taking it public, like we're going to see with Persanta, which is their first one, or they might sell it, they keep it for a while, but the idea is to monetize, right? It's kind of like, people flip houses. I'm sure everybody is familiar with that, right? You see a house that, is a fixer-upper, you fix it up, the market goes up, and boom, you sell it and you double your money, or whatever it is, right? That's what these guys are doing, basically. So they're essentially buying like houses, but they are in a market that's about to become very hot, like Austin was a couple of years ago, or Miami was a few years ago. Things are cooling off in those markets, but you guys get the point. So they got multiple shots and go. Pure Santo's the first one. The IPO is being set up right now. They got the investment bankers signed up, which is Spartan Capital. It's an investment banking firm in New York. They focus on these early stage type situations. So they're going to be doing the IPO probably in the next, 6 months or so. So here's what it means. What if the thing starts trading at a 50 million valuation? Again, they're going after a $100 billion market, cancer diagnostics, $100 billion market opportunity. These guys have, mitochondrial DNA technology that allows for, again, earlier detection, more accuracy, and it also fits into the existing kind of infrastructure. So, the people in the diagnostics business, they don't really have to really change anything, right? So it makes it very easy for adoption, market adoption, and commercialization. Hamza is asking, when is the new stock dropping? We were going to do it today. Actually, we're going to do it today, we were going to do it. And I told you guys, we were going to do it today. But I decided, you know what? Look, instead of me putting it out today, and I wanted a little bit more of a lead-in. There was some delays, things out of my control. So the new stock is going to be launched either Monday or Tuesday, but it's in the bag. It's locked in. In other words, we have them in place. It's just I was going to do it. Technically, it was supposed to be today, but listen, it's kind of like a rocket on the launch pad. When NASA is going to launch a rocket, or I don't care whoever it is, I don't care if it's, what's his name, Elon Musk launching a rocket, you put it on the launch pad, but then you're waiting for a launch window. In other words, you want to make sure you have good weather. You want to have also, I think if you want to go to the moon, you want to make sure that you're aligned with the planet, so it's a faster whatever. You understand what I'm saying. There's what's called a launch window. So and listen, Elon Musk has weather delays when he does a launch for SpaceX, right? NASA, everybody. So we have the thing. The rocket is there. It's on the launch pad, and it's going to be an absolute banger. Okay, the new stock, when we launch it, it's going to be an absolute banger. Now, I could have put it out today. I could do it right now. I could give you the stock right now. Okay, it's under $3. It's a massive, massive story. It could easily be, by the way, this new stock we're going to have, it's trading, let's just say under $3. I want to be very vague. I don't want you guys to kind of figure it out and front run everybody, but here's the deal. It's under $3. You know what I really love about it is we got a beautiful chart set up. You guys know, why do our stocks double right out of the gate? Why is it that our stocks double out of the gate? The reason is, number one is they got to be deeply undervalued, so that we get them at 75% discount to the market. So that when we introduce them, people say, oh, wow, this is so cheap. I got to buy it now. Otherwise, I'm going to miss out. So that's why we get rushed. But also, we got to have the right chart setup. So this stock that we're going to be introducing, perfect chart setup, beautiful double bottom. And what I love, what I talk about in my book, 10-Bagger Blueprint, valuation, very important, which we have. Number two is chart setup. Number three, what I love about the chart is we had a high. This stock is under $3, but it was trading at, let's just say a lot higher. In other words, we have a path for this thing to be a 20-bagger very quickly. This thing, it got a very cheap valuation. I'm just going to tell you, it's under 10 million valuation. It's under 10 million valuation. So, and even if this thing goes up 10x, it'll still be cheap because the technology that these guys have is a breakthrough. That's the new stock we're going to be launching. We're going to do it today, but you know what? This guy, we're gonna do it Monday or Tuesday. Why? Because Monday or Tuesday I think will be better. That's why I think. Maybe we'll do it today. I don't know. Why not? Maybe we might do it today. But I think Monday or Tuesday because I want to have the best odds. I want to have the odds stacked in your favor. The odds need to be stacked in your favor, right? Look, if I do it today, I think the odds of this thing doubling might be, I don't know, 65% because we need a little bit more time. If I do it Monday or Tuesday, I think the odds are 90% or 85%. So I'd rather have the odds, better odds, right? Listen, the whole thing is we want these stocks to double on day one and then obviously go up 10x. But I want it to double on day one. So I'd rather do it Monday or Tuesday. But we're ready. It's not no longer we're waiting. It's there. So ADTX. Back to ADTX because that's the subject today. We're at $1.22. Guys, let me show you the chart. Let me show you the 1 hour chart. I'm going to show this to the TikTok people first. I'm going to show this to the TikTok people. Here we go. And I'm going to draw this out. I'm going to make a little thing. Now, YouTube can't see this, but I'm going to show this to TikTok. I'm going to make a little drawing here. Okay, guys, here is the deal. Here is the deal. Here's the chart. ADTX, ADTX, we're $1.22. $1.22. Volume is exploding. Here is the deal. We got a breakout. This is a 1 hour chart. That's a big deal. It's not a fun. It's a 1 hour chart. It's a big, big deal. So ADTX, we got a breakout confirmed. This is a confirmed breakout. We got multiple bars above the 200 moving average. Okay, what does it mean? Well, it means the stock is gonna rocket. Why? Because look at this. We got no resistance. We got escape velocity. We have escape velocity to about 250. We got no resistance between here and 250. Yeah, possibly. Let me see. Can we have $1.50? Is it possible? Maybe a little bit. Light resistance at $1.50. But really, it's psychological. It's not technical. There's really no technical resistance. It's maybe psychological. Once we break out of $1.50, it's going to 250. That's just the way these things go. So when is it going to happen? Kevin is asking, when is it going to happen? I don't know. It could happen. It could happen a couple days. I think by. Okay. When is ADTX going to go to 250? I'll tell you what. How about this? How about we look at the 50-minute chart? How about we look at the 50-minute chart? Okay, let me see. I'm showing this to the people here on the AI. Yeah, hang on a second. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay. So here is why you need to watch this. King Monkey. Hey, that's a pretty good King Monkey. That's an interesting thing. I'll DM me. That's interesting. I will take a look at it. Okay, here we go. Guys, here's the thing. Put ADTX on your watch list. We're at $1.22. Here's things you got to watch for. 15-minute charts. Okay, you can look at this yourself on Yahoo, right? It's Yahoo Finance. It's free and easy, okay? They're not paying me anything, by the way. So, okay, we're going to have a golden cross. We're going to have a golden cross coming up probably in the next, I would say, 1 to 2 hours. Guys, click the share button. That's right. Bass Shelton. Shared. Okay, Bass Shelton, just click the share button. Guys, please share and click the hearts button so we get more eyeballs on the stream. We're going to have a golden cross right here on the 15-minute chart. You know what happens then? The stock goes to the moon. It goes to the moon. You know why? I don't know why. It's the golden cross. It's a technical thing. Who knows why? I talk about it in the book, 10-bagger blueprint. You know, why do stocks go up after they break out of the 50 moving average and the 200? Why does a stock go up when it breaks out of this line and this line? It's just the way it is. I don't make the rules. Okay? That's what it is here. So the golden cross is the next thing. When you have the 50 crossing over the 200, it triggers the algos. The algo trading systems all over. All the trading systems, the robots start going bananas. There's a frenzy, okay? And this thing is going to explode. So we got major setup for what is it? We got a bad print here, something weird on the chart. But anyway, so on the 30-minute chart, we're going to have another golden cross happening probably 4 hours out. So what you have here, is, hang on, that's the 30-minute chart, okay? Now, what about the 1 hour chart? Also, we got, by the way, looks like a bad print. That's not the correct bar because it looks like we're at $1.22. I don't know, some bad print here. But we got the technical breakout here, and you know, we're going to have a golden cross on the 1 hour charts probably it might be in a couple of days. So what does it mean? You got a stack of buy signals ready to go. Do you understand what it means? It's almost like a chain reaction. You got the 15-minute golden cross, which could happen today. Tomorrow, you could have the 30-minute golden cross. Monday or Tuesday, you could have the 1-hour golden cross happen on the chart, and the algos. So you have this stacks on stacks on stacks. You know the stacks on stacks, the concept, right? That's what you have. You got stacks on stacks for ADTX to go to the moon. You got stacks on stacks for ADTX to go to the moon. Okay, here we go. Hang on one moment. By the way, we got a bunch of questions. I'm gonna get to the YouTube questions. Javier, we're gonna get to the YouTube. We're gonna get to all the questions. We're gonna get to all the questions, guys. Please click the upvote so we get more eyes on the stock, so it goes up, obviously. Okay, bottom line is ADTX, we get a great setup for this thing to explode. What's the volume right now? What are we trading at? 900,000 shares. 900,000 shares. That's pretty good. That's big volume. So the stock is going up on volume. Very positive. All signals are green. Now we had this bad, I don't know, this chart. There's an erroneous print on the chart that kind of screws up the chart now. But the stock is $1.23. But people are going to be looking at it and say, what's going on here? But it is $1.23. So, or $1.22.9. So, and it's ready to break out to $1.30, then $1.50. Kevin is asking, do I work with anyone? I work in finance. Would love to have a call with you. Do I work with anybody in terms of what? I don't know. What does that mean? Do I work with anybody? It's Wall Street. The company's a Wall Street Reporter. What does that mean? Okay, the new stock. Everybody's asking about the new stock. Okay, if you're just joining in, we're going to be addressing the questions. The new stock is coming up. It was going to be today. We do have it ready. It's going to be in the launch pad. Question. I just want to get to the YouTube questions. We're going to address YouTube questions. Okay, Tomei's got the book, 10-bagger blueprint. Highly recommend for everybody. Link in the bio if you want to get the book, so you understand how to read the charts, how to read moving averages in the charts. Is Kevin Chisari a bot or not a bot? Okay, so how do you analyze the charts? Tom, how do you analyze the charts? What a great question, Tom. You read the book, 10-bagger blueprint, and I give you my proven system. Are you going to be an expert in chart reading in like literally 5 minutes? I got one chapter. It's very easy. Everything you need to know about charts. Everything you need to know about charts. Moving averages, chart patterns, everything. You'll be an expert. You'll know more than all top hedge fund guys. Okay, Tomei is asking, just imagine Persona added AI. I think he's talking about AI. I think he's talking. Grabs your an AI. Oh, that might be a little bit out there. Okay, so I think it's going to have to be, okay, so I think their analysis, the diagnostics, is probably going to have to be like at an office, whatever. It's going to be, obviously, people aren't going to do it at home. I don't think they're going to have a prick thing like, you prick your finger and not. Okay, hang on. So Javier, okay, so here's the thing. If you guys are part of the early alerts program, so we have an early alerts program, which is where we give people early alerts when we launch the new stock. What it means is this. Like I'm telling you guys, okay, we're going to launch the new stock Monday, Tuesday. Okay, everybody knows, right? Now, but we're going to announce it on a public social media platform. We're going to announce it on one of the public social media platforms. Which one is it going to be? Is the question. It could be on YouTube. It could be on Instagram. It could be on Truth Social, Stock Twits. Well, we got all of them, right? So, but if you're in our early alerts program, which is our, you get it. It's on WAP. You click the link in the bio above, you sign up. So it's $195 a month, and here's what you get. The benefits are, there's a couple benefits. Number one is you get the trading signals throughout the day. So I'm going to show you guys. The signal. We have trading signals that we give throughout the day on a private Telegram channel. And this is where, for example, we were telling you about ADTX yesterday when it was like, below 90 cents. So this is the private Telegram channel. This is where we have signals throughout the day. Okay. This is not we have two Telegram channels. We got the public channel, and then you have the private Telegram channel. And by the way, I do have to say on the private Telegram channel, we can't say sell. we don't say sell, but we could tell you, hey, if the stock is failing to break or whatever it is, we can tell you that also. So people are making money with the private trading channel, but also very important, the real value, as far as I'm concerned, is we're going to give you the early alert. So what that means is, instead of you having to wait around and look at 20 different things, you go on, you sign up for this program, and then we're going to tell you on our Telegram, okay, Tuesday at 10:03 a.m. go to Instagram. That's where we're going to be posting the new stock. Okay, and that means you're going to have a couple minutes heads up before everybody else finds out, because before everybody finds out on Instagram or one of these other places, you're going to have, I don't know, a couple minutes so you can buy the stock before it goes bananas. Because you know what happens if I announced it right here on you, if I announced a new stock right here, right now on YouTube, it would go bananas because it would have thousands of people pushing the buy button, and then the stock would get halted. Okay, so and then it would get screwed up. And we had that happen with Hoff. The stock doubled on day one, but it got halted on the way up because the market makers couldn't handle the order flow. There was just too many one-way buy orders. So this is what we do. We announce it. You guys can get in early, right? It's still public. It's still in a public platform, so it's full disclosure. And then everybody else will find out about it maybe a couple of minutes later. But by then the stock, could start moving higher. So here's the deal. What I do suggest, if you guys, are smart, and you don't want to spend $200, make sure you subscribe to all our social media platforms. Okay, you could do that. And you'll get and get notifications. Make sure you get the notifications. So, for example, you click the link in the bio to see all our social media channels, or a link in the video description. You sign up for our Instagram, for our YouTube, for our Twitter. You sign up for all those things, and you get notification alerts. So that way, when whatever new post comes out, whatever it is, you'll get notified. Simple enough, fair enough. I mean, what can I tell you? But okay, let me address question. Okay, I have not been on WAP in a couple of weeks. I don't go on there that much. I use the Telegram. That's the thing, which is okay. I'm gonna figure out how to do this, because we're gonna make sure you're taken care of. Okay, Javier, I want to make sure you're gonna be taken care of. So I'll address it. We'll solve it. We're gonna make sure. No, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. You know what? Listen. And by the way, I do have to admit. Look, when we started this program, the early alerts, which was, I think we started in late June, and we have like a couple of stocks in the pipeline for, to launch, right? But then, listen, the companies have to give me the go ahead. They have to sign a contract, right? And so for whatever reason, there's been a bunch of delays. They need this, whatever. And here we are. It's a month. We're a month in. So I'm gonna talk to the people at WAP. We have to make it up. But you shouldn't look. I know you're getting value from the trading alerts and all that. The trading alerts, you're getting value. But I do want to make it up to anybody who subscribed. And we have not had a new stock in a month. So I apologize. And we're going to make it up to you guys, the subscribers on the WAP program. So we're going to do that. But yeah, the new thing is going. Okay, so let me just give you the hint. The new stock, hang on a second, let me pull this up. Okay, we're at $1.24 on ADTX and moving up. Okay, by the way, the golden cross, it's inching closer and closer. I'm going to show you guys the golden cross about to happen. Okay. Watch this. When the red line crosses over, so that could be in the next, I think 30 minutes to 60 minutes, 30 minutes to 1 hour. It's going to happen right here. Well, I should say likely to happen. Nothing is guaranteed, but when we get that, it explodes out here. This is a pennant formation. This bar is like an error. It's a trading. It's not a real trade. So you got a very bullish setup here. Very, very bullish setup. And by the way, like I said, you know what I like about this? We got a 30-minute chart also golden cross, but that one is going to be maybe tomorrow or on Monday. So we got multiple. These things are stacking up. You see what I'm saying? They're stacking up. They're going to go off like a chain reaction. It's going to be a chain reaction. And the 1 hour chart. That's the 1 hour chart. You can have the golden cross. By the way, this bar again, it's an error bar. But we do have confirmation of a breakout here. That's a confirmation on the 1 hour chart. So very, very bullish. The last time we had the breakout on the 1 hour, it exploded. Okay, so hang on a second. We're going to give an update on, we'll talk about our other stocks. Okay, now you guys are joining in. Quick update on everything else. We'll talk about Seattle, everything else. While I'm here, make sure if you guys are watching on TikTok, click the button to get the free newsletter. Is it on? All right. Okay, there we go. Click that button below to get our free newsletter. Just click. There's a button which says like click. It's right next to the comment thing. There's like a little green thing, I think. And you click that to get the free newsletter. Very easy. Very easy. So get our free newsletter. Gives you all notifications. We're about to hit $1.25. Volume is exploding in ADTX. ADTX, the stock to watch. I think we double next week. I think we go to 250 next week. How about that? And by the way, when the algos go off, you're going to have explosive volume. Okay, it's going to go absolutely bananas. Okay, now let's talk about our other stocks. How about that? You guys want to talk about Seattle? Again, the big news, merger confirmation. We're waiting for merger approval, I should say. Merger approval from NASDAQ. I'm waiting for it. I don't know. Like, I'm in the same boat you are. Okay. Like I mean, they have the stuff. It's going back and forth. There's, I shouldn't say it's going back and forth. I think they're, from what I understand, they're moving forward on everything in terms of they're going like, I guess, what do they call parallel tracks? They're working on the closing documents and NASDAQ while they're waiting for the NASDAQ thing. So when is it going to happen? It could be like literally any minute. Now, in terms of the charts, I'm going to show you guys the chart. Look, the charts are in a holding pattern. They're actually good. We got a pennant formation. We're above the 200 moving average. That's your 15-minute chart. It's forming a pennant here, basically. It's forming a pennant. It's basically like a volcano. It's waiting to go. There you go. I mean, you're above support lines. You're kind of in this no man's land waiting to go. And again, the longer the pennant builds, the bigger the breakout when it goes. So what I can tell you with Seattle is fundamentally, as far as I know, I should say, nothing has changed. We're waiting for this thing. Now, how long does it take to get the approval on these things? Here's what we know. Here are the facts. We know that NASDAQ got they got the financials. The form was filed. The SEC, you go to the SEC website, you see the form was filed, and that was July 4th, around July 4th. Andrew was saying, what happens to Seattle after merger with Core? Okay, so Core Gaming is merging with Seattle. Core Gaming is going to be the surviving company. So after they merge, they're going to change the name. I'm assuming they're going to change it to Core Gaming, and basically Seattle shareholders. Here's the upside. So the way it works, based on where it is right now, it looks like Seattle shareholders will have 20% of the new company, right? Of the new company. Now, why is it a big deal? Because Core Gaming generates over $80 million in revenues in their AI mobile games. That should be worth roughly 10 times revenues because App 11 trades at 20 times revenues. So if you take 10 times 800 that's $800 million. That should be the combined value of the company. Seattle and Core Gaming combined should be, did I say $800 million, right? So if you have 20% of that, what is it? $160 million. okay? And right now, Seattle's trading at roughly 40, 50, let's call it 50 million valuation just to do the math. So you basically have a triple from here. You have a triple from here day one. Technically, again, not a device, this is, paid content, all that, because of, all that stuff, right? Not guaranteed, a lot of, but if App 11 is trading at 20 times revenues and it's the same business, basically like core gaming, I think core gaming should be at least 10 times revenues, at least half of that. Why not half of that, right? That's fair enough. I'm not saying that core gaming should be trading at 20 times revenues, because that would be 1.6 billion. Okay, but it could get there. I mean, App 11 is there. So basically, that's your path. That was the thesis why I said this thing could be a $15 to $25 stock. And also, by the way, Andrew is asking, is there an approval process this core? Well, Andrew, this is what we've all been waiting for, because NASDAQ has to approve the merger. NASDAQ has to approve the merger. And this has been going on for a month. We're waiting for it. Hamza's asking, the new stock we're going to be launching Monday, is it under 10 million? Yes. Yes, that's exactly why it's a great situation. Why is it such a great situation? Why is it such a great situation? I talk about it in the book, in 10 Bagger Blueprint. Why do I like stocks under 10 million market cap? You know why I like stocks under 10 million market cap? Why? Because I talk about it in the book, 10 Bagger Blueprint. Again, guys, I'm not making these things up. Most of these grifters, these fake trading gurus, fake trading channels on TikTok, and these guys, they're amateurs. I mean, I put this down in writing. It's a system. You have to, in order to write a book, basically you have to think. You've had to have done it. You have to have experienced it over and over. I mean, I'm doing this decades. Okay, so we had hundreds of stocks, literally hundreds of bangers. By bangers, I mean, okay, stocks that doubled and tripled and 5x pretty quickly. And then we've had a whole bunch of 10 baggers, stocks that went up 1,000% and a couple of 100 baggers. So why is it important? Hamza is asking, why is it important for a stock to be under 10 million? Because, as I say, you got a sweet spot under 100 million. When your market cap is below 100 million, you got a lot of room to maneuver. Because, you got a grace period. Nobody, you don't have a lot of short sellers because it's too low. You're kind of under the radar in a way. So a stock can explode from 5 million to 100 million pretty quickly, and nobody's going to notice it even. And by the way, most of our 10 baggers, people didn't even notice. They were kind of like under the radar. Well, I mean, we were doing a lot of Canadian stocks, and, nobody, I mean, obviously they trade in the U.S., but people didn't really know about them. If it was in the U.S., I mean, it would be crazy. But so Zahid, no, the stock is going to be Monday or Tuesday. Maybe I should do it today. I don't know. Maybe I should do it today. But we only have 2 hours till the close. Should we announce it today? I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we announce the new stock today? We got a lot of people annoyed. I think I might wait. Till Monday, Tuesday. I think there's just a better odds, frankly. Will Seattle end up like GameStop? I don't know what that means. Well, GameStop went to the moon. As far, these nuts. What are these nuts? These nuts. Monday or Tuesday. I don't like to do Mondays because. Hang on a second. Let me look at my calendar. Actually, I don't like to do Mondays because it's the first day of the week. Tuesdays are good. So make sure. Yes, the new stock, it does trade on Robin. These nuts, Hamza. Yes. So here's the thing: the new stock under 10 million valuation. They got a breakthrough technology. This thing should be worth 25 to 50 million on day one. It really should. Yeah, let's not say 50. Let's say 25 million as is. Now, if they hit some catalysts, they hit some milestones, then we're talking about a 50, 100 million valuation. So basically, if you're getting in at the low valuation where it is now, you can have a multi-bagger very quickly. The whole point is this. I want you guys to double your money on day one. I don't want you to double. I don't want you to double. I need you to double your money on day one, because it helps our brand to have these things go to the moon. It helps our brand because because our last 4 stocks have all been bangers. They've all been bangers. They've all gone up a double, a triple, whatever. Announce it now, this guy. Okay, so that's it. Yes. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, I know. No, listen, Mark. Listen. I know people are annoyed. I know people are frustrated because I apologize. I am sorry. I wanted to have. Again, I told you guys I'm very, very transparent. We have like 3, possibly 4 stocks that are like stacked, kind of ready to when planes are landing at an airport, they're in a pattern, waiting to land. They're stacked up, ready to land. They can't all land at once. They're stacked up, right? And for whatever reason, one guy has to change this, the other one has this news. So we got these things been delayed out of my control for a month. We were supposed to have already 2 stocks in the last 4 weeks, and we've had 0. Now we have it finally on the launch pad, and it's ready to go. So Monday, Tuesday, we're gonna put it out. Yes, it's gonna come. But of course, the people in early alerts will know first. I'm gonna let them know on Telegram. So if you're in our early alerts program on Telegram, I will let you know. Exactly what time. But what I should tell everybody is, hey, you don't want to invest $200 and you want to spend time looking at different things. Go to our link, subscribe to all our social medias, okay, and get notifications. Very important. You want to get the notifications so that way, as soon as it gets posted, you'll be notified, right? I'm just trying to help. I'm trying to help you because a lot of people say, "Well, why should I pay?" Blah, blah, blah. Okay, don't pay. It's free. We got plenty of free resources. Yeah, Mark. Of course, we're going to give you a heads up, Mark. The whole point of early alerts, Mark. Rest assured, when you are subscribed to early alerts, the whole point of having the early alerts is we tell you in advance. Okay, it's going to be launching X time. You'll know hours and hours ahead. You'll know hours ahead. Trust me, you will know. Trust me, the people in early alerts will know hours and hours ahead when to be ready. So they'll be sitting by ready to go because I need those people to make money. They need to get their money's worth. I mean, if you're investing $195, if they're investing $195, I want them to get their money's worth. Yeah, so we're going to announce Tuesday, maybe. Okay, Tuesday. He's saying Tuesday or Thursday? What is he saying? Yeah. So yeah. By the way, we're gonna make it up to people who have been in the WAP. That's the program is called WAP. Who have been subscribers, and we have not had new stocks in a month. They should have had them. I'm gonna make it up to them. We'll probably do I'm gonna contact the WAP people. Maybe we'll give like a month extra or 2 months, whatever it is. We'll figure out a way to do it so that to make it right. We're gonna make it right. What? He leaked my book online. Oh, okay. Whatever you want. Give out the book for free. Okay. By the way, we're gonna have an update. We're gonna have an update of the book. So you make sure to get the new one. New revised. All right, let's go to ADTX. Hang on. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's do. Somebody's asking about Seattle. Seattle's in a holding pattern until the merger. It's kind of in a no man's land. Listen, if it breaks out, I'll let you know. Right now, it's kind of holding. So, what about LITM? LITM, very frustrating, and people know is this thing? What do you call it? Okay, so what is going on? So LITM. We had basically a failed breakout. We had a failed breakout on LITM. Now we're back to support. It's still above $4. It's good, but we were ready to go. It was over 5 and change. We were ready to go to $10 and pulled back. That's the uranium stock. How about HOF? How about Hoth? Hoth is at support on support lines. Great story, but you know what? Look, we need some news flow from Hoth. We need follow through right now. So Hoth is kind of, it's a little bit weak to be honest with you. Hoth is a little bit weak right here. Hoth is a little bit weak. ADTX. ADTX $1.23. Look, right now ADTX is a front runner, and it's breaking out. We're focused on ADTX right now. Somebody's saying, Tyson is saying, how do we know if the merger is canceled? Hey, you never know. Something could happen. Yeah, nothing is guaranteed in life. I guess the company would have to announce a press release. That would be pretty bad. I mean, the whole thesis rests on this thing merging with Core Gaming. But you know what? I'll tell you what. If it doesn't work for whatever reason, I mean, it's a small chance. You never know. You never know. You never know. Somebody saying obviously issues with the books and that. Nah, Bones. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think there's just here's what's holding it up. Frankly, is you have two companies merging. One is and they're both. It's a multinational thing. I mean, it's very complicated because. Seattle trades in the U.S. Technically, it's registered in Canada, which is whatever, because they originally were in Canada. They're on NASDAQ, but they're acquiring a company. Okay, so they're acquiring a company where the financials are from. I think it was like a Hong Kong-based company because they're very big in Asia with the mobile games. So they got to bring all that together. So it's not that simple. That's why it's taking longer. Somebody's asking, what about SEG lottery? What about lottery? We haven't worked with the lottery in over a month. So we're not working with the lottery. We haven't done anything with them in a month. And that's why the stock is down, frankly, okay? Because listen, the company, they didn't follow through what, they were supposed to do with us, right? We had an agreement which, they didn't follow through on, okay? They broke the agreement with us, frankly. I don't want to give you guys too much. I'm not here to give you dirt or whatever. I'm just going to give you a very top line thing. Yeah, whatever it is, maybe a misunderstanding. Bottom line is, you know what? They didn't follow through. Lottery didn't follow through what they were supposed to do with us. We're not going to be promoting the stock. And look what happened with the lottery. Since July 1, the stock is basically vaporized. The stock is vaporized. And meanwhile, they got a whole bunch of promoters, promoting this stock. Listen, you know what? I don't care. Listen, you know what? If a company doesn't follow through, I'm out. Okay. With lottery SEG, it'll probably go to 75 cents, maybe even lower. Maybe it'll go to 35 cents. I don't know. Bottom line, look, if you, I don't like to say when we're no longer working with a company because what happens, people take it the wrong way sometimes. And because sometimes, for example, with Seattle, like our contract with Seattle technically is expired. I don't have to be doing this. I'm only working with, I'm talking about giving updates on Seattle only because I want to follow through till the merger closes. Okay. I feel like I have an obligation. I don't know if they're going to continue the promotion with us with the new company because they have a whole different strategy. I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm going to be updating Seattle till we have the merger confirmed, even though I don't have to, because they've been very honorable with me. I like the people. I'm going to do my thing. But bottom line is we haven't worked with lottery and SEG since literally July 1st. So if you don't see us talking about a stock for a while, it's a hint. It's a hint. Okay. If you don't see us mentioning a stock for like a week, okay, if we don't mention a stock for like a week, it's a hint. All right. That's a hint. So the stocks we're working with right now are ADTX, Ciata, Hoth, LITM, and we're gonna have a new rocket launching Tuesday. Launching on Tuesday. By the way, I'm looking at the charts on ADTX. We got such a beautiful setup here. I'm gonna flip the camera around to the TikTok people because you got to see this. I mean, it's amazing. Okay. What is the model? I can't tell you. Okay, so the new stock. I can't give you guys too much like hints because it's kind of an unusual. I'll just say it's in the alternative energy space. How about that? Alternative energy space. Broad enough? Alternative energy space. Alternative energy space. And the market cap is very cheap, and we got a very quick path for it to be quickly double, 10x, etc. Okay, so okay, I'm going to show you guys the chart on ADTX because we got a beautiful setup here. I was really hoping it was going to break out while we're doing this, but it's probably going to happen after I log off because that's the way a market works. Okay. All right, let me show you the charts. I'm going to turn around the camera for the TikTokers, the TikTok, so you guys can see this. 15-minute charts. I'm looking at the 15-minute charts. We got a pennant breakout, and here we are. We're getting very close to the golden cross. That is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the 50 to go above that green line, which is going to be probably in the next, at the rate of change, at the rate it's going, I think it's going to be, could be the next hour. Could be the next hour. Okay, could be the next hour. All right, could be in the next hour. Now, what about the 30-minute chart? So we got a golden cross ready to happen there. We got on the 30-minute chart, probably in a couple, maybe by tomorrow or Monday, you're going to have a golden cross on the 30-minute chart. And a few days after that, we can have the same thing happen on the 1-hour chart. So you got stacks on stacks. Okay, you got stacks on stacks for ADTX. Okay, it's an incredible setup. It's what I call it's an asymmetric bet. You know what I love about it? You know what I really love about ADTX? I'll tell you what I love about it. The market cap. We're dirt cheap. Look at this. The market cap, $3 million, according to Yahoo. According to Yahoo, market cap for ADTX is just $3 million, which is as cheap as it gets. So what that means is, if ADTX went up 1,000%, it became a 10-bagger, it would still be trading at under $30 million. Under $30 million. And you know what that means? What that means is you got massive runway here. The problem with a lot of stocks is, for example, I'll tell you something. I was looking at a few stocks. Companies approached us. They wanted to go with our program, but they were too expensive. The valuations are crazy, like 60 million, and which was okay. I mean, that's probably what they were worth, but we got to get these things we got to get them below their comps. I got to get in with a built-in profit. You understand? I don't want to pay retail. We got to get into these things at a 75% discount. 75% discount. Okay, that's what we need. And the new stock has that. Bones is saying, my brother could buy the whole company. Yeah, exactly. He should. Put out an announcement. Bones, put out an announcement. Tender offer. Your brother could buy the company. I'll tell you what, if he wants to pay $3 a share, that would be good. $5 a share. $5 a share. Maybe could get it done today. Maybe. I don't know. No, this thing has a shot at again, 10x, 20x, 100x. very. It's very frustrating for me to have to be like beating the drum so much on this when it's so obvious. I mean, it's so obvious to me that this thing is, it's just so obvious that it's ready to explode. And hang on. Okay. All right, guys. I'm ready to wrap up. Click the is the CEO of the company a smart guy? I hope so. I hope so. Something, listen, we've had some guys. Listen, I got to tell you something. Some CEOs we've had, I mean, like, I don't know what the. Keith. Oh, shit. Keith, you can't buy it in E-Trade? You can't buy ADTX? Oh, my God. I don't know what's going on. Shit. I think it's important to have sometimes you got to have multiple accounts. You got to have like an account with interactive brokers, things like that. So that way, for whatever reason, if one thing doesn't let you, you can get it on the other one. I would say everybody. By the way, I don't even like interactive brokers. I really don't like them. But I think they're actually a good platform for people. I think they're a good platform for people because you can trade everything on interactive brokers. You can trade everything on interactive brokers. So okay, hang on a second. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. So we got a pennant. We got a pennant forming on ADTX right now, which is very bullish. So I gotta wrap up. We're going for half an hour already. Oh my God, this is crazy. We're gonna wrap up. So I just want to leave you with this. I think we could see fireworks at the close. Here's what I'm going to show the TikTok people. I'm going to show the TikTok people this. You see this? 5-minute chart. It's been going sideways for 2 hours. You know what that means? That's a pennant. We're above the moving averages. This was your buy signal. That was your golden cross. That was your golden cross yesterday. And see what happened? It was only a 20% move. Not a big deal. Not a huge deal, but but that was your buy signal. Now, look at this. I'm going to show you what's going on the 15-minute chart. As you can see, big things happen when you have the golden cross. We're going to have that again probably in the next hour. And again, you get a pennant form. You get a pennant formation where it breaks out. So the pennant formation is ready to go. And the 30-minute chart is also, yeah, there you go. Guys, thank you for clicking the like button. Click that hearts button so you get, we get more odds. We're going to have a golden cross, pennant formation. Everything is ready to go here. Everything is ready to go in ADTX. What we need is some news flow. Now, listen, they're going to have that IPO spin out coming out. That's a game changer because the problem with ADTX up until now is nobody really believed it or understood it, whatever it is. That's the way it works. Yeah, interactive brokers. Get an account with interactive brokers. And I don't even like interactive brokers, but you can pretty much, buy everything on interactive brokers. Okay, to wrap up, we got new stock coming Tuesday. We're going to announce it on Telegram WAP. Early alerts. If you want to get the early alerts, link in the bio. Okay, early alerts program, early alerts. Or alternatively, make sure if you're watching on YouTube, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell. Do the same thing on what do we have? StockTwits, Instagram, Truth Social. Where else are we're in a bunch of these things? We're in a bunch of, and you should be subscribed on all of them. you should subscribe to all. You subscribe and get notifications on all of our socials. That way you don't miss out. Guys, stop missing the boat. Stop missing the boat. Help me. Help me. Help you. Everybody wants to make money. You guys want to make money? Help me. Help you. Click the notifications. All right, that wraps it up. TikTok. We'll see you later. We might drop some videos. ADTX, $1.23. What's our volume right now? What's our volume on ADTX? Volume. Pump up the volume. 938,000. Almost 1 million shares. Not bad. Not bad. But this thing could be trading 10 million shares. I mean, this thing could trade literally 10 million shares a day. You know, when we first launched it, it traded 10 million shares that day. And it could do it again. I think it will do it again. When? As soon as it gets some news flow popping. The news flow is going to be the key. All right, guys. Stocks to watch, ADTX, Seattle. The rest are right now, they're kind of in a holding pattern. I'm just being honest. Like Seattle's in a holding pattern. The chart's kind of like in a no man's land right now. We're waiting for a signal. It's going to be the NASDAQ thing. That's the catalyst. That's the only catalyst. Hoth also in kind of in a holding pattern. We're waiting for some news flow with Hoth. News flow follow through. And LITM, same thing. Drill results, the uranium project. They got the uranium project. They got drilling for the uranium in Wyoming and Namibia. What? Okay. Okay. What I got some weird stuff on TikTok here. Okay, hang on a second. Let me see. What is going? Okay. All right, guys, that's it for me. We'll see you all in the next one. I don't know how to end this thing. So again, I'm going to pause it, but really I'm leaving. I just don't know how to end. I don't know where the button is to end the live stream. So I'm going to push the, hang on, is there a button to end this thing? Yeah, I don't know where the button is. Oh, there's wow, this is interesting. There's actually, you could do a live stream for subscribers only. I'm going to try this actually. Okay, look at this. Okay, look at this. Are we doing, is this a subscribers only? I think that's what's going on. Okay. Okay, guys, is this on? Okay, this is a new thing we might do for subscribers only on TikTok. We have special subscribers only on TikTok. Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool. I think that's what's going on right now. I think this is a subscriber only TikTok. By the way, one thing I'm concerned about, one thing I am watching in the markets is we're having this kind of divergence between NASDAQ and the Dow where, you know, the NASDAQ has made new highs, the Dow hasn't. You have some weakness in the NASDAQ and the Dow. It's kind of like, again, if you look at the charts, I'm looking at the 4-hour Dow chart. It's kind of hanging by a thread. So let me show you this. This is a quick thing here. That's the Dow. It's not the Dow. It's a little bit shaky. It's on shaky ground. So I am concerned. So it's just something to watch for. Just something to watch for in terms of the NASDAQ is also. Let me see the NASDAQ. What is NASDAQ doing? Yeah. Also, the overall the indexes are kind of in a they're kind of hanging by a thread a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm concerned about the indexes. But our stocks, I think, are doing pretty well. Let's do one last look at ADTX before I log out. ADTX, $1.23, looking good. Looking good. Pennant formation. The golden cross on the ADTX could be going through in about, hang on a second, I'm going to show the TikTok people. We got preview here. We got a preview here, so I'm going to let them see this. I might do the live streams only for subscribers. Look at this. You got a golden cross about to happen. You got a golden cross about to happen. And that, my friends, could send the stock to $1.30 at the close, and then we could see $1.50, and then $2.50 Monday. Very possible. Could this thing double Monday if we get the right type of momentum? Yeah. I mean, it's all about right now. It's all about the algos. It's all about the algos, and those golden crosses, they trigger the algos. So, you know, this thing can go into a frenzy. We can have a buying frenzy, an algo frenzy, when we get that golden cross. We've got a pennant breakout again. Right. This is what I call a high probability setup. It's what I talk about in the book, 10-bagger blueprint. Get the book, link in the bio above to get my book. Get my free newsletter, a link to get the free newsletter in the bio if you're on YouTube below. But that's what's going on, guys. That is what's going on. All right. I'm logging out. How do I log out? And now, oh, here we go. Okay, guys, that's it. Click the hearts button, whatever it is. I'll see you in the next one. Here's to your 100x. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? Wow, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Okay, YouTube, I'm all yours. Okay, this guy picked up some ADTX. That's a smart bet. You know what? It's a smart bet because, you know what? Listen. Technically, you should wait till we get the golden cross, right? Because that's the confirmation. But by the time it happens, the stock could be already higher. So you're taking a bit of a chance. I think you have a very high probability setup. If you get into ADTX right here, super high probability setup here. I mean, I think the odds, if I had to put odds on, I would say the odds are 90%, literally 90% in your favor of making money right here. Like literally, ADTX, this chart setup, it's like literally 90%. Again, my opinion, it's not a guarantee. I'm saying it's a 90% chance because the golden cross is about to happen. You got the pennant, you got the 30, everything is just lined up. The stars are aligned. It doesn't get better than this. I mean, it's amazing. Okay. You got to manage your risk. You got to manage risks. That's the whole thing. That's the key. That's the key with these stocks. The key with these stocks is risk management. All right, guys, thank you. See you in the next one. Here's to your 100x.